This is my series on how to write consistently as a writer who struggles with perfectionism. If you have any sort of anxiety around the creative process, this is for you. Last year, I kind of figured out that you apparently didn't have to write a whole book in one day. You can write a little bit every day, or not even every day, just slowly making your way through your draft. And so the first thing I kind of implemented for myself, like a little rule, that the soft goals are actually more powerful than big goals because we don't burn out. So the first thing you want to do is set yourself a goal of 2,000 words a week. Not less than that, but also not more than that. Like, not as much as possible. I could hit it in a couple days or spread it out throughout the week depending on what my days are looking like. And either way, I'd win. Half of the times when we burn out, we don't burn out specifically from writing, but from being so anxious about the result and so anxious about meeting the deadline or getting to a certain word count, putting so much pressure on us that we just exhaust ourselves. We exhaust our nervous system. So start smaller. 2,000 words a week. That's 8,000 words a month. And how much per year? 90,000 words per year. That's like a whole draft. Also made a printable that helps with all sorts of creative blocks and fears called Writer's Support Daily Journal. If you want to try it out, the link is in bio. And my second tip is to make accountability feel like a game. Don't do it completely alone. Writing is very solitary, but it also doesn't have to be that. I joined a writing group in New York and we would meet up and share our goals and progress. And I also created another small chat with my native speakers that live all over the world, but we get together in this little chat. We do our writing marathons, we write together, and it also kind of keeps you accountable because you have to report your progress regularly. You can always pair up with one other writer, and just the two of you, it's going to be so much different than writing alone. How to write consistently as a writer who struggles with perfectionism. This one is huge. Writing sprints. Set a timer for 20 minutes and write only for those 20 minutes. Once the 20 minutes are over, you stop and you take a break. That frees your mind so much. You only have to do it for these 20 minutes. That's it. Usually, once you're done with 20 minutes and you have a 5-minute break, you're like, I actually have something else to say, and then it goes on. Don't edit, don't overthink. You can do it alone, but also in all our writing groups, we do this all the time and we write together. And it's so much fun. Even if you're in different countries, you can still write together. That's one of my favorite things to do. Anxiety is our forever writing buddy. Literally, each writing session, I would hit at least like 10 bursts of anxiety. This is all crap. This makes no sense and no one's gonna read it. I will never finish this. When that happens, I talk myself through it and I've gotten so much better with it over time. I usually have a second tab open with my digital journal, so whenever I get this urge to put myself down, I go to that tab and I talk myself through it and I explain to myself that it's okay to not always be confident. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to not know what you're doing right now. You're gonna figure it out, and one thing that always helps me, I'll fix this later. This is for future Sasha to think about. I think someone in the writing group said that and I picked it up and I was like, this is amazing. I'll fix this later. So right now I'm writing whatever the heck comes to my mind, but later on I'll take care of it. My next rule is I try to romanticize the process as much as I can. My secret weapon is YouTube ambience videos. You can create a little ritual of like lighting a little candle, brewing a cup of tea or coffee, and then sitting down and playing this video that makes you feel like you're literally stepping into the scene from your book. A lot of my debut novel events are happening in the forest, and a very specific kind of forest, and I found a video that matches the vibe like exactly. So when I'm writing it and I'm listening to it, it just feels like I'm there. Writers in the past didn't have this. It's just kind of like this little sneaky way of creating a writing mood, which is really helpful when we're trying to build a habit. Writing is supposed to be fun, so make it fun. How to write consistently as a writer who struggles with perfectionism. Even if you are a plotter, please hear me out. Sometimes there's nothing better than just sitting down and pensing, creating a total chaos on your page. Don't get me wrong, I love plotting. I'm a planner and a plotter myself. There has to be an element of fun and exploration and curiosity in this whole process. What works best for me is being a hybrid. So planning some major plot beats, emotional shifts, and like what the ending is gonna look like, but then pantsing everything in between. That's enough for me to get direction without like strangling my creativity. If plotting kills your enthusiasm, loosen up and just let yourself breathe a little. Let the story surprise you. Rule number 7. All right, this one is hard. Embrace your ugly days. Sometimes you will write one sentence that will make you wanna delete the whole document and never remember about it ever again. But that is fine. These days count too. That's a part of writing. Consistency doesn't mean brilliance, it means presence and showing up. That's what matters most. It means writing even when it's bad, even when you're uninspired. Every single word you write will get you closer to the ones that shine later. Like if your brain says this is terrible, reply, perfect, today I'm collecting terrible sentences. This is my goal for today, just to get it out there. Get all the terrible sentences out there. It's like getting through the fridge, whatever is in the front to get to that cake that's in the back. Especially with your first draft. It's not about the quality of your writing, it's about showing up. If you watched all the previous videos, you already know that I have a principle that helps to fight all the creative blocks and fears. I've worked on it for 2 years. It's called Writer's Support Daily Journal, and if you want to try it out, the link is in my bio. See you in the next video. We only have 2 more left. Guys, we got this. See you in the next one. Rule number 8, when life gets messy, shrink the goal. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, life gets in the way. You're super busy or maybe you got sick. My rule for these days is just open the document and just write one sentence. The point is to keep your connection with your work. Helps you not only show up for your story every single day, but also to come back to your writing no matter what. The key is it has to be small. If you're sick and not feeling well and you're forcing yourself to write 2,000 words a day, your brain is going to associate writing with stress. So next time it's going to be so much harder for you to sit down and write. This is the last rule. You're building a relationship and not a streak. Consistency isn't about perfect attendance. It's about a relationship that you're building with the craft. If you miss a day, it's okay. If you miss a text from your friend, it doesn't mean your friendship is over. You were just busy or just didn't have capacity to do that in the moment. Don't let the streaks and productivity apps and word count goals define your success. You're not a machine producing words. You are a human being in a conversation with your imagination. It's so much more important than writing a specific amount of words every day.